Good day everyone, we are Group 5 and for our persons and family law activity, in activity on marriage, we chose Catholic marriage ceremony. So before we start, we prepare a short clip to show a concept of Catholic marriages. So for an overview to our chosen marriage ceremony, a Catholic marriage is a sacred union that is celebrated with specific rituals and traditions. It emphasizes the spiritual dimensions of the commitment between a husband and wife. And the ceremony reflects the beliefs that marriage is not merely a contract but a sacrament, where God is actively present. So in Catholic teaching, marriage is one of the seven sacraments. So it signifies the covenant between the couple and it reflects the Christ love for the church. And couples typically undergo a marriage preparation process, which may include the meeting with the priest, attending workshops, and discussing their intentions and understanding of marriages. So Catholic wedding ceremonies are usually takes place in a church, reflecting the sacred environment conducive to the sacrament. And it is considered a public ritual where a family and friends is gathered together to witness the vows. Catholic marriages is a ceremony immersed the couple in the rich traditions and beliefs of Catholic faith, emphasizing the sacramental and communal aspect to their union. So the involvement of the church community and the ritualistic nature of the ceremony takes it a profound spiritual experience for all of the participants. So why do we choose to feature a Catholic marriages ceremonies? So we choose to feature Catholic marriages because we want to discuss Catholic marriage that offers profound insight into both individual relationships and broader societal values. Catholic marriages is considered a sacrament reflecting the deep spiritual union between the couples and their commitment to God. And in this aspect, we want to emphasize that marriage is not merely a societal contract, but a sacred covenant that highlight by divine graces. So in Catholic Church, views marriage as the cornerstone of a family life, which in turns is viewed as an essential unit of society. It addresses Catholic marriages allows for discussions on its roles in shaping communities, values, and contributing to social stability. And Catholic teaching provides moral guidance on a various aspects of marriages, including love, communication, parenting, and sexuality. And discussing these principles can provide valuable insights for couples navigating challenges in their relationships. Also, in exploring Catholic marriages, it highlights the importance of premarital preparations and ongoing educations for couples. In these discussions, it can shape positive outcomes by equipping couples with the tools and necessary to maintain healthy and loving relationship. So, choosing to discuss Catholic marriages, it provides an opportunity to explore a um, rich evaluating of faith, commitment, and community. And it also offers valuable insight not only for Catholics but for everyone interested in understanding the complexities of marriage and relationship in today's world. So these explorations, it serves as a foundation for a meaningful discussions. Thusly, it discussed about love, morality, and the societal impact of marriages.
A traditional Catholic wedding ceremony may involve lighting a candle, placing the unity cord, veil, and exchanging wedding coins. What are the Filipino candles, cord, veil, and coins in the first place? Okay, in general, Filipino weddings incorporate various religious and cultural elements from Christian, especially Catholic, Spanish, Chinese, and American traditions. These ceremonies are now an integral part of our traditional weddings, including the unity coins, candle, cord, and veil ceremony. Each ritual within the ceremony bears symbolism and significance. In the candle ceremony, the godparents or the ninong or ninang would light the individual candles of the couple, who would then light a bigger central candle symbolizing their unity. Having its roots in Catholicism, the symbol represents Jesus Christ as the light of the world, always present in the union of the couple. On the contrary, the trio of candles serves as a prompt that this dedication requires the involvement of three entities, the two individuals and a higher power. Next is the coin ceremony. The coin ceremony symbolizes the couple's mutual sharing of material possessions, in wealth and in poverty. In this tradition, sponsors give the wedding officiator 13 coins known as las aras or areya, symbolizing Jesus Christ and his 12 apostles, and then transfer them to the hands of both partners. Next is the veiling ritual, which indicates humility and the belief that God will assist them in facing any challenges in their marriage. In this custom, sponsors dress the couple together by putting the veil on the groom's shoulders and over the bride's head. Lastly, during the nuptial cord tying ceremony, also known as the yugal, two sponsors would assist in connecting the couple by placing a silk lasso, floral strands, or a special rosary over their heads. In an ideal scenario, they should be looped in a double circle shape, resembling the symbol for infinity. Although originally a Catholic tradition, the use of candle, cord, coins, and veil has been modified by couples for secular ceremonies as well, no matter your religious upbringing.
A Catholic wedding ceremony is usually held in a church because Catholic weddings are often in the form of a mass. The program in a Catholic wedding ceremony includes the following. First is the processional. The priest walks first towards the altar. Then the groom will follow and take his place at the front of the church, followed by the wedding party. Finally, the bride will march down the aisle escorted by her parents. The priest will begin the mass by saying a few words about the couple and the sacrament of marriage, and will deliver the opening prayer. And then the liturgy of the word. This section of the ceremony contains the following. The first reading, the responsorial psalm, the second reading, gospel, and the homily. In this part of the wedding ceremony, just like in the ordinary Catholic Mass, the family member or friend of the couple will read passages from the Bible, one from the Old Testament and one from the New Testament. The responsorial psalms are sung by the cantor in reaction to the passage read, and the congregation typically joins in on refrain. During the homily, the priest meditates on the readings and reflects on their meaning in connection with the wedding ceremony. And then the rite of marriage. This is equivalent to the exchange of vows. The vows can be memorized, read from a book, or the priest will read them out to the bride and groom as they respond, I do. And then the ring ceremony. During this part, the priest will bless the union with a prayer and holy water. As the couple exchanges rings with one another, they also recite a prayer. And then for the liturgy of the Eucharist, this consists of the following: the presentation of the gifts, the Eucharistic prayer, the Lord's Prayer, and the nuptial blessing. And then, after the communion, the priest will end the Mass with a final prayer, blessing the new union, and all who were gathered to witness this couple experience the sacrament of holy matrimony. And then lastly, the newlyweds will exit the altar back down the aisle, followed by their wedding party. A cocktail hour or reception usually follows. Article 3 of the Family Code provides the requisites of marriage as follows: the authority of the solemnizing officer, a valid marriage license except in cases provided, a marriage ceremony which takes place with the appearance of the contracting parties before the solemnizing officer, and their personal declaration that they take each other as husband and wife in the presence of not less than 2 witnesses of legal age. In addition, Article 6 of the Family Code provides that there is no prescribed form or religious rite required for the solemnization of the marriage. What is necessary is for the contracting parties to appear personally before the solemnizing officer and declare in the presence of not less than 2 witnesses of legal age that they take each other as husband and wife. This declaration shall be contained in the marriage certificate, which shall be signed by the contracting parties and their witnesses, and attested by the solemnizing officer. Relating to the provision set forth in the Family Code with regard to the Catholic marriage ceremony, the basic requirements of marriage in the Family Code are generally included in the program of a Catholic marriage ceremony, such as: first, with regard to the presence of a solemnizing officer, the Catholic priest is the authorized solemnizing officer to officiate the Catholic wedding ceremony. And then as to the consent, both parties are required to personally declare their consent in the presence of two witnesses. Under the rite of marriage, part of a Catholic wedding ceremony, there is an exchange of vows by the bride and groom, and they respond, "I do," to each vows. In this rite of marriage, their personal declaration that they take each other as husband and wife is a manifestation of consent by both the bride and the groom to the special contract of marriage that they are entering into. The law requires at least two witnesses of legal age in a marriage ceremony. The Catholic marriage ceremony adheres to this requirement by the presence of more than two principal sponsors to act as witnesses. They shall also sign the marriage contract in the witness portion. In fact, in a Filipino Catholic wedding ceremony, it is common to have several pairs of principal sponsors or ninongs or ninangs. Both the Catholic Church and the Family Code highlighted the importance of authorized solemnizing officer, consent, and witnesses. Although the Catholic wedding ceremony is deeply rooted in religious tradition, emphasizing the sacramental nature of marriage, the Family Code is concerned with the legality and validity of the marriage. One of the deviations noted in the requirements prior to marriage is the premarital counseling. The Church often requires premarital counseling, while said process is not a requisite in the Family Code. In addition, as stated in Article 3 of the Family Code, a valid marriage license is required, whereas the Catholic Church does not focus on this requirement, although it must be complied with for the marriage to be recognized civilly.